Hello, welcome to Mundial's Academy. Today we are looking at order of operation. Here we have PEMDAS and BODMAS. So these are the same thing, but in different version based on the country where you are, right? So PEMDAS is used in America, while BODMAS is used in many countries in Africa and Europe as well, right? So I'm just gonna tell you the difference and the similarities between these two entities. Right. So we have pandas. They are the same. There's no difference between these two guys. We have pandas. So we have PA as I illustrated or as I demonstrated. The P right here stands from parentheses, which is also multiplication because when you're doing fraction or when you're doing any mathematical expression, whenever you come across parentheses, parentheses is telling you to multiply. That's what it means. So if you never knew that, from today on, whenever you see parentheses, it's telling you what? To multiply. That's why in parentheses, right there inside, I put multiplication sign, right? You can see this. So right here, the E, which is the exponents. So the exponent is telling you, whenever you see something as a power, it has to be treated first before any other thing. Okay? After which you must have been treating the parentheses. So the next is going to be exponents, right? So when you see exponent, you're doing something like um uh you're doing something like s to the power of 3. So you have to treat this before you have multiplication, addition, whatsoever, right? So you have to treat the power first. That's what exponent means. Another word for exponent means power, right? So the M right here, which stands for the multiplication, this is telling you whenever you are doing any other operation, the next one is going to be multiply, which is multiplication, right? You have to multiply before you do addition or subtraction. But mind you, whenever you have multiplication and division, you can do any of them first, right? It doesn't matter. So anyone can come first. So in these two guys, it doesn't matter which one you do first, all right? But you have to do exponent first before these two guys, this multiplication and division, which is M and T, right? So the division right here, so the multiplication right here in PEMDAS has to be treated first, followed by the division, which is D. You have to treat that first. So after that, you have A, which is addition. So addition and subtraction, it doesn't matter which you treat first. It's vice versa. So anyone can come first, it doesn't matter. But this is just the way they put it right here. But you can treat anyone first. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter which one you treat first. But you cannot treat addition before division. Neither can you treat addition before multiplication. Okay? Multiplication and division have to be done first before addition or subtraction, right? So that's how it goes. So let's move to the BODMAS, which is mostly used in part of Africa, many countries in Africa and Europe as well. So BODMAS says whenever you have other operation, what you have to be treated for, if there's parentheses in it, parentheses has to be taken care of first, right? So parentheses also mean multiplication, just the same way, no, PEMDAS. But right here it's called bracket. Sorry, that's why they use B. They didn't call it parentheses, they call it bracket. Parentheses and bracket are the same thing, right? So that indicates multiplication. It means what you have to multiply, right? So after that, you're going to be having something like off, which is O. O stands for off, right? So what this means is that this mostly appears in word problem in mathematics. For example, when you say a lady bought 2 oranges, right? 2 oranges of no whatsoever, 2 bag of rice or whatsoever. So whenever you hear the word off, so one of the students in the class, so you have multiple students in the class, not just one, but one of them did something actually. Okay, you just kind of like taking that one of them, one out of the student out. So that's what that means. So math is like English also. So that's what it means. So off means what? Multiplication. Because for you to know the entire one, you have to multiply all of them by that one entity. Okay. So for you to know everyone, all of them, the total. Okay. So that's what off means. So whenever you have off in one problem, it's telling what to multiply. Just know that today. Off means what? Multiplication. Okay. It means multiplication. So then you have D. D means division. and you have M mean multiplication. It doesn't matter what comes first, M and D. It doesn't matter. Okay? You can do any of them first. It doesn't matter. So after that, you move to A, which is addition. Addition means what to add or plus whatsoever. So you have S, which is subtraction or minus. So mind you, A and S, which is addition and subtraction, it doesn't matter what comes first, it's vice versa. Okay. The same thing applies to division and multiplication. But you cannot subtract or add before you divide or multiply. No. You have to divide first or multiply first before you want add or subtract. Okay. You have to do it in order which it appears. Okay. Thank you so much. So now we're taking care of this example, which does not really reflect this so much because it doesn't have so much thing to really demonstrate what we just illustrated. But what we're going to do right now, I'm just going to do this because as time goes on, we're going to do more examples that really reflect this PEMDAS and BODMAS, which is order of operation, right? Because this one, we just have one order of operation, which is addition, which is the next to the last, right? Also here, next to the last, which is addition. That's the only one order of operation we have right here. But we're going to do this real quick. Okay, so let's try this. Now we have 2 over 5 plus 4 over 5. Mind you, you cannot just hide this like this because right here, you have a numerator and you have a denominator, right? So you cannot just add like that. So this is a different ball game. So what are we going to do? We're going to look for LCM of this 5, which is also 5, okay? So what are we going to do? Because 5 can go into 5 without what? Any remainder. Okay, so what do we do right here? We're going to have 1/5, which is one of the bases, okay? One of the denominator. We're just going to take one of the denominator. This is so simple. This could come up in your GED or whatsoever exam you're writing, okay? So it's just a quick map and quick and simple, okay? So whenever you come across any math like this, what you do, take one of the bases, okay? Add the numerator and take one of the denominator. So that's what we're going to do right here now. So we have 5. We're just going to take one of the 5 because 5 can go into 5, okay? We have 5. Then 5 go into 5. I'm just going to, I'm not supposed to do this, but just let me demonstrate it so that you understand. 5 go into 5 is going to be 1. It's going to multiply the numerator. That's how it's been done. 1 times 2, that is numerator right there. Plus, because there's plus right there at the middle. So you have this 5 going to this 5 also. It's still going to be 1. Okay? It's just one time without any remainder. Times 4, because 4 is in the numerator right there. Okay? So what are we going to have here? We're going to have 2 plus 4 over 5. Okay? So right here, we're going to have the numerator, which is 2 plus 4 is going to be 6. We have 5 at the bottom, which is the denominator, is going to be what? 5. This is supposed to be the answer, but when it comes to the field of mathematics, we cannot leave anything like this, okay? We cannot leave a number like this. So this is inappropriate. For us to do this to be appropriate, we have to simplify it more further. So what do we do? Because as you can see, 6 is too big for 5 to be carried. So 5 cannot carry 6, okay? So we have to make sure we reduce it, okay? How do we do this? We're going to say 5 going to 6. How many times? It's just one time. So we're going to have 1. 1 is a whole number, it's not a fraction. This is a number of its own, it's standing alone. 1 is a whole number. So when 5 going to 6, it's going to be 1. There's going to be a remainder or not? Of course, there's going to be a remainder. What's going to be the remainder is 1. So you put that 1 on top. This is a fraction right now. So the base, which is the denominator, which is 5, is going to be under it. Okay? We're going to put that 5 right here. So now we have one whole number. This is a whole number. One whole number, 1 over 5. All right? So this is the answer. We're going to draw our curtain here. If you want me to be more explicit, I'm going to put this in the red ink as I usually do. So it's going to be one whole number, 1 over 5. This is the answer. So everybody can see this. Thank you so much. Please, Make sure you like my YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe. If you have any comments, leave it at the comment section below. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.